This life have got so many echoes. There are so many voices which talks to us. How do you choose the right echoes? Greetings again. It's wonderful to be together. We are a great team. Yes, you are my partner. Thank you very much for always following us so that we help each other. Life requires partnership. And this makes me to recall my journey thus far. When I started somewhere in the year 2000, 2002, to write my first book called Choosing the Ingredients of Life. This book, I regard as one of the powerful books, simple books to read, quick to peruse through. But it's very much important. And it's important on the basis that I thought for life to go to the direction you want it, you must be able to choose. You need to be able to choose the ingredients similar to the people who are cooking. People who are cooking, they choose the ingredients which they are using. They cannot just bake. And sometimes when we are watching the programs, when they are baking, you can see the ingredients which they bring together. And that's what brought me to write that book. To say life requires you to choose the ingredients. Oh, I think about the time when I was growing. Yes, looking after the cattle and the goats, but also we were plowing. Therefore, our parents also were doing farming. You don't just go and farm, not worried about the soil, the type of soil, the seeds, the type of seeds, rain, irrigation. It's very much important. All these things, fertilizers, manure, all these things are important to be able to deliver the right crop at the right time. Now, think of a business person or a person who's running a shop. You don't just run a shop haphazardly. You reach a stage where you know your community, the products which they require, which they regularly ask. Then you, in your stock, you must find the right items, choosing the ingredients of life. Life is composed by a number of things. Life is composed by many things which we come across. Yes, when you are growing as a child, what elements do you need to know so that you become a child of destiny? Oh, when now you are able to choose, how do you choose friends? Choosing the ingredients of life. Oh, when now you have grown up, you want to choose a male partner or a female partner. How do you choose? Choosing the ingredients of life. Now you are thinking of a career, you want to grow, you want to develop. How do you choose a career? Which career is able to open up doors for you? And which careers really you are going to quickly die without really growing? Because either you grow vertical or you grow horizontal. Choosing the ingredients of life. Did you find the right man? Did you find the right woman? What were the ingredients you were looking at? How did you choose? Where have you met him? With who? How does his friends, their friends, look like? How do they behave? Choosing the ingredients of life. How do you communicate with people? How do you pass your message? How do you manage your emotions? Choosing the ingredients of life. Yes, how do you groom those you are supposed to groom? Either your own children, either your friends, either your colleagues, either being part of the community. Which ingredients have you chosen? It is very much important, it's critical in life. If you want a good product, the ingredients must be good. If you don't care about the products, yes, the ingredient, you just choose each and every ingredient. But this life doesn't need that. You need to choose. choose well, adapt well. That's why many people, they say, bring me your friends here. I will tell you the type of character you have. Because choosing ingredients of life is very much important. Yes, my friends, my colleagues, my partners, it is important of how you choose. But the other important element which I want you to have is that you must learn from nature. When I wrote my book, Echoes of a Waterfall, I was telling myself that yes, echoes, it's sound which moves out from wherever you are. Which sounds bring message to you? Because this life have got so many echoes. There are so many voices which talks to us. How do you choose the right echoes? How do you choose the right frequency? I mean, mostly when we are choosing radio stations and TVs, it's frequency. Which frequency do you mostly like to listen to already? Which songs? Because it's choice. It's very much important. Which echoes do you want to hear now and then? Negative or positive echoes? God speaks to us in silence. When we are all silent, God speaks to you. God speaks to me. Religious, non-religious, nature speaks to us. Seasons, summer, winter, spring, autumn, they speak to us. Do you hear the sound of the echoes from nature? Do I hear what nature is telling me? When I look at creatures, ants, lizards, spider. Have you realized that spider enters even to the great places? Have you ever realized that lizards are mostly everywhere? Have you ever seen ants working during the time of good seasons, preparing for the bad seasons? Echoes of a waterfall. Pipidi waterfall speaks to me in my village. It talks to us. Those echoes are talking to me. Yes, can I listen to the animals? What does nature says to me? When it is dry, oh, after rainy seasons, does it talk to you? When we say a dog, it's a dog, but it really watches over your house when you're not there. When you come back, it's happy that you are back. What are we learning from nature? What are we learning when we see a donkey who really does the donkey job? What are we learning from nature? What are we learning when we see the lion, which persists in hunting to get whatever they want to get? My question is, does the echoes of a waterfall talks to you? What does nature tells you on the do and the don'ts? Because nature speaks to us. Echoes of a waterfall. That's one of my lovely books. But yes, I just want to share with you the great book, Life Depends on the Quality of Questions You Ask. Life depends on the quality of questions you ask. I do believe you will try to find this book. It's an important book, and it talks to me. Life depends on the quality of questions which you ask. Now, on a regular basis, as a person, as an individual, you should be asking yourself, what is life? What is life? If you don't ask that question, therefore life will just treat you the way it treats you. Therefore it moves into default. You need to ask yourself, what is in life? What is life? And also, what is in life? Because it's very much important for us to be able to understand the why. Life depends on the quality of questions you ask. On a regular basis. I do believe you speak to yourself alone. I do speak to myself alone. Most of the time, early in the morning, when I'm taking shower, the bathroom, I'm talking to myself. I speak alone. Yes, sometimes when I'm driving, I'm speaking to myself. Sometimes when I'm about to sleep, I talk to myself. What are you talking to yourself? You should be talking to yourself to say, what am I learning as life unfolds? What am I learning as life opens up? Those are the questions you should be asking yourself. Because the quality of life depends on the quality of questions you're asking yourself. You should also be saying, what am I learning from others' life? We need to learn from other people's life. You don't need to live to learn only from yourself. There are people who have lived life before you. You don't need to understand life because now you are 100 years old. No, there are people who have already passed through. What am I learning from other people's life? When you look at your village, when you look at the place where you stay, when you look at the suburb you find yourself, what do you see? And what do you learn? To see is another thing. Lessons is another thing. What am I learning? What am I learning from my bad and good experience? What have I learned? Because the reality is that all of us, because we are human beings, we will have good and bad experience. Sometimes people, when they are experiencing bad things, they think they are the only one alone. No! Even all human beings, either with different portfolio president to even somebody who is not known, they have good and bad experiences. Now, as I said, life depends on the quality of questions. What are you learning from your good experience? What are you learning from your bad experience, bad company? Because there are lessons. There are lessons. Sometimes you say, I'm content. Sometimes you say, I've learned to move away. It's because life itself, it presents you with an opportunity to learn. Life is like a class. We need to be asking ourselves, why am I living? Why am I living? And as I said, that will help you to choose the right ingredients of life. Why am I living? Why are you living? What value are you adding? I mean, if you count and you look at your ID book and you count the years you have lived, what value have you added? Or is it a wasteful time? Wasteful years? You know, most of the time I say, the 17 years, there's nothing you can do. You were still a student, you were still learning. When you are now 21, the 3 years you should have obtained a qualification in career now. It's clear. When you are 35, you should now stabilize, you now know the direction. And other people, they say life begins at 40. I don't know whether you have surpassed 40 and you're still hunting for the real life. Because you know, nowadays people are dying and they die young. What value have you added? Or have you wasted those years? Most of the people, they used to retire at 65. Nowadays, we are happy they gave 50, 55 years early retirement. You can retire at 60, compulsory at 65. And not long you might be dying before you reach those years. Are they wasteful or are of the value? Because life depends on the quality of questions you ask yourself. You need to reach a stage where you say, who am I? I'm not saying you must say I'm a Venda, I'm a Shangana, I'm a Tonga, I'm European. No, I'm not asking about that. I'm not asking even of your gender. No, I'm not asking of that. I'm not asking of your complexion. You can see I'm a representative of Africa. But I'm asking about who am I? Do I know myself? There are people who are still struggling to know themselves. Now, if you struggle to know yourself, how will people not struggle to understand you? Life depends on the quality of questions you ask. Who do I want to be? Who do I want to be? What will be my legacy? What will be my legacy? I'm not talking about what they will write on your tombstone, where they even quote the scriptures which you never read. Psalm 91, Psalm 23. No, I'm not talking about, that's not your legacy. You didn't even read that. What is your legacy? When we think of you, when we think of your name, when we think of your period, what will be your legacy? Is your legacy written on the stones? Or is your legacy written by the croissants? What is your legacy? Let me conclude to say this life is very much important and crucial to you. Because you should say, what is what? In one of the meetings, I asked this question, what is what? What is what? You know, when people are talking, sometimes I ask myself, what is what? When we are challenged by situations, I ask myself, what is what? What is this situation trying to tell me? You need to reach that stage by asking yourself quality questions. We're not stopping here. We are carrying on. Life, it's a job. Life, it's a full-time job. Life, it's a duty. And because it's your duty, we will not stop here. I'll see you in the next video. And that's great that you are applying what you are learning. I have a philosophy. To know and not do, it equals not to know. To know and not do is equals not to know. What have you learned out of whatever I've been saying, or you have been listening to me? Because to know is equals not to know. Yes, wonderful time. I thank you. Thank you very much. I really would like to appreciate the time and the opportunity you take to watch what we present. Yes, I'm yours, Dr. Chiliro Thomas Razirani of the Chikobi clan. Of course, I hail from the Limpopo province. In short, your self-introspection speaker who helps you to see yourself. I appreciate the time. What we would like to invite you to do is really to say, yes, can you like our videos? Can you also subscribe to our channel? And also share these videos to other people, because the value is on adding to other people. Yes, check the space for the new work, for the new videos. Yes, watch our website www.mindtowork.co.za for events which can be upcoming, so that we also meet and with each other. We really appreciate the time and the opportunity you take to add value to your own life, and also to harvest what you will use to add value to the other people. We thank you very much. God bless.